Alright guys, we are making parsley potatoes as a side for dinner, so I thought we would kind of explain how we make them. It's really easy. Thatcher's being my helper and he's washing up our potatoes for me. These are the potatoes we're using tonight. These are organic purple potatoes. We got ours from Fred Meyer. It's a Kroger store. They're delicious. They're our favorite potatoes. Whenever we find them, we buy a bunch. In fact, I'm kind of hoping to have them next week. This is what the inside looks like. Now, they've had purple potatoes there before, but they're not this dark colored. Let me see. Do you have one that's not washed? Whoop! We lost a potato. Here's one that's not washed. This is what they look like at the store. Kind of semi, not dingy, but can't think of the word. Just not as beautiful. I'm trying to get the camera to focus. Sorry, it's a new camera and I'm working on it. But, so that's what they look like in the store. And then this is what they look like washed up. Really, really gorgeous. Almost look like a gemstone. Just really pretty. And then this is cut open, and I've got some in here in some water, and the water, I don't know if you can tell, the water is purple. It's not just the potatoes. So, we chop them up, bite-sized pieces, about like this. You can cut them a little bit bigger if you want to. They cook really well this way, and all my kids can eat them because I have a 3-year-old and I wouldn't want him to choke. So, that's about the size. I cut all of mine. I try to get them pretty uniform. So usually I'll cut it in half, I'll flip it over, and then I'll just tail it, cut it down the middle, and chop, chop, chop. How many you make is totally up to you. This makes really good leftovers the next day warmed up. Just pop it in the fridge and then warm it up. Buddy, can you wait on that for a sec? It's a little loud, thank you. So you would just cook these until you can stick a fork in them and they feel tender. You don't want to overcook them too much or you have mashed potatoes. But so we cook them until we can stick a fork in them, and then I'll bring you back and I'll show you what we do to them at that point. Alright, I got the potatoes drained. I'm trying to keep the camera out of the steam, but that's what they look like. And I poured some of the water in this jar so you can see how pretty purple that is. Alright, so I try to hold this and do things with this other hand. I have a bowl over here separate. I'm going to pull some of these out because my oldest does not eat dairy. He has a dairy sensitivity, so it won't kill him, it'll just make him stuffy. Okay, so I've got some over here for him. So, sorry, if you're doing it without dairy, like we like to do for his. Let's see if I can get this out of here. One-handed, it's tricky. I can't have to, alright, but I'll just tell you. We have coconut oil. I'll put that in there and it'll melt, and I'll still do the parsley flakes and the salt. So this, yeah, okay, he's doing peas. We're having chicken and green beans and corn and parsley potatoes. So this is done in kind of just, there's not measurements. I've made this since I was a kid. So if you haven't made this before, it takes quite a bit of butter. So I'm going to start with that, and I'm just going to mix it in a little. Thatcher, you can stir it in a bit, and I'm going to add some parsley. I like a fair amount of parsley in mine. That's why they're called parsley potatoes. And I'm going to add some salt. I'm using pink Himalayan salt. So they're potatoes, so they take a fair amount of salt. I did salt the water just a little bit. But so we're just going to stir this until the butter is all dissolved and the parsley is all mixed in. They'll get kind of, definitely not mashed, but you can see it's starting to get some of this mash on it. I've got to figure out how to make my camera focus for me. Because, yeah. Anyway, new camera. So we're just going to stir this until all that's mixed in, and then I will taste a piece. And if it tastes right, which it should just taste a little bit rich and sweet from the butter. It shouldn't taste salty, but you should get just a really good flavor, basically. And so I'll bring you back when that's all done, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I plated up Thatcher so you can see what it's like before I get everyone else's plated. Trying to get out of the light here. See, now my husband told me there's a way to focus this, and I just have not figured it out yet. Over there? Oh, I might have figured it out. Alright, so Here's our purple parsley potatoes. You can do this with regular potatoes. I don't know if it's picking it up on camera, but they're beautiful. They look like, I don't know, like this amethyst purple and the green parsley. They're really, really yummy and they're gorgeous. They do look a little bit mashed, but as I said, that's just when you stir them around that much, you get some of that kind of mash fuzz. But they're delicious. We have some chicken and some green beans and corn. But yeah, that's it. There's not really a recipe to write in the description box below. I'll just recap real quick. You will chop up your potatoes into bite-sized pieces after you wash them. We do not skin them. You put them in a pot of boiling water, boil them until they are fork tender, drain them. Then you're gonna add butter, salt, and parsley to taste. Or you can do coconut oil, salt, and parsley to taste if you are dairy-free. And they're delicious. So that is our parsley potatoes. We hope you guys try them out. If you do, or if you've made them before, you have your own version, please comment below and let us know. Thanks for watching. Do you want to say bye? Bye.